brothers. How we feeling?
Man, I'm feeling
Good,
great.
good.
No complaints.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, let's jump into it right away, y'all. Question of the week: how to know when it's over when things fall apart? So we're talking about relationship-wise. We got homies, but we got family first. We got our friends. We got our significant others. So we can touch on all those types of situations. And how to know when it's over when things fall apart. Fellas, let's talk about it.
Man, you really know when it's over. To be honest, you get to a point where you don't want to be around that person anymore. You start to feel a certain type of way about that person. Everything, all the signs hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't want to be around them. You don't want to talk to them. You get irritated by the little things they do to you, you know, or they say, you know when it's over. You know, people start making time for you. Once you start making time for a person, you know, you know what's up. You know, you be like, okay, I don't even really want to mess with this person no more. Yeah. Man, it's become funny because certain things that you used to tolerate, you wouldn't tolerate anymore. It's funny, man, because it is what it is. When you know when it's time to go, or the simple fact that you know what. Somebody else now started giving me this attention that you wasn't giving me.
Yeah.
So now that I'm getting this attention from somebody else, now it's time for me to go because we ain't meshing like we used to mesh. We ain't vibing like we used to vibe. You know what I'm saying? And when you ain't vibing with a person like the way you used to vibe, and you ain't making that time for a person like you used to make, what my boy Chris Brown say, chucking up them deuces.
Oh God, on everything. No, you definitely right, bro. Like you ain't making time. You ain't doing the things you used to do, especially them little things. Them little things really count the most, especially in a relationship. Like you said, y'all not vibing, not really communicating, because communication is everything. So you really not communicating, you really gonna bump heads anyway. You know what I mean? Not communicating, especially how y'all kind of used to. And we all got sense. You know what I mean? Everyone has sense, and we can all sense when it's over that they might have found someone else, or like bro said, you may have found somebody else that's treating you better than your so-called significant other. So it's definitely, you get a lot of signs when it's over. How it's up to us to choose if we're gonna leave or stay, or what we're gonna do. But I think we definitely know when it's definitely over, when all them signs start to add up.
No doubt. So y'all said some great things. What about the homies though? When they start pulling the frauds, when maybe you only see the homie when it's time to go spend some money, or you know what I mean, they messing with your old chicks or something you used to mess with or whatever, or they ain't down with shit that y'all used to do, or can it be just growth and like they matured and they want to get out of certain things? You know, when the homies don't spend time with you like they used to, what is it?
Well, I always feel like at some point, man, you're supposed to grow up and establish some different rapports in your life. And so you're going to have that. But if you the homie, you're going to be the homie for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take from with me and you know what I'm saying? Like, we stopped coaching together didn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, we stopped hanging with each other, we stopped connecting with each other, you know what I'm saying? We still had that bond with each other, you know what I'm saying? We had that brotherhood. So, stuff changed. I mean, you still stayed in the girls' game, and I went back to the boys' game, you know what I'm saying? So, you're going to have them things, but certain things do change. And I give you a thing, it's kind of the same thing with women, though. You know what I'm saying? When I say that is, like, certain stuff start to irritate you even with your guy. You're like, dog, why dog do that?
Right.
Yeah.
What's up with dog? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It be certain stuff like that. So you can say the same thing sometimes for men, too.
No, you most definitely can. Like bro was saying, the part with the homies, like, it's just different. Just, picking on, me and fam. Like, we don't, talk every day, but we know for sure the love would never go. The love is going to stay the same. But that's all coming from having that understanding and having that respect. You know what I'm saying? I think some people kind of lose track of having that understanding and having that respect, for a person just because they feel, they not around, how they used to, or this and that. You got to understand, life happens. People got shit going on. So you just got to be understanding and just know, like, nigga, I know, like, nigga, I love, know what I mean, you, and I know you love me. It's just no time and sometimes be off too.
Word. I must say, the grease in your scalp is shining good. That's the freshly greased scalp. It looks good, Swagg-O. Wait till you see it on camera. Like, you're not lacking any moisture up there. Your shit is wet, man.
It's dope.
Man, shit.
Oh, definitely.
Straight up.
You know, so then we talked about the women. We talked about the homies. And for everybody just tuning in on Facebook Live, we appreciate you. Our question of the week is how to know when it's over, when things fall apart. What about your family? You know, people want to say my family going, well, my family though. Jadakiss always said in a rap a while ago, blood is thicker than water, but only in certain cases you need water to live. You learn that from the basics. I tell people absolutely, because you only get one father, one mother. Yep. You know, you can have multiple brothers and sisters, cousins, aunts, all that shit, but you love your family still. You still love them, but you love them from far away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Sometimes with family, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Sometimes it's better to deal with them from a far distance. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you're on the two different levels of life, and I hate to put it like that, but it's the true point. When y'all on two different points of life, you know what I'm saying? You still doing the things you used to do in life, and I'm trying to mature and grow, and I'm trying to build a family or whatever it may be. We can't be on the same accord. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna deal with you when I choose to deal with you. I'm still gonna love you from this far, but you know I'm gonna make sure you're good and you're taken care of or whatever I can do. But it's better for me to deal with you from afar.
Word.
Yeah, sometimes with the family, like, you got to give that tough love, like, you know what I mean, type ish. And on top of that, you know, it goes back to the mental, what we preach about, you know what I mean, on this particular podcast. You know, mental health is everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So by knowing the individuals that you be around and knowing your family members, you can use that to your advantage. Then you make it work, you know, for you by knowing how they move, what they're gonna gonna say, the type of person they is. Like, you know, you learn all that. That'll take some stress away from you versus being upset because they want to rob, you know what I mean, Peter and Paul, you know, but you ain't, you know, really with that, you know, but that's their thing, you know what I mean? So if you know this, learn them. So if you know you're going to have to be around them at some given point, it'll work for you.
Word. So, real man, black man up here, how to know when it's over, when things fall apart. Most of the time, you got to know who you are, right? You got to know who you are. If you cool with it being raggedy, be cool with it. It might not fall apart for you. You know what I'm saying? So, part of this is knowing who you are, like, and that goes with life, man. The theme of today's show is just knowing who you are. Even when we touch on the domestic violence stuff, it's gonna get real heavy. I was talking to my homegirl, and it got real heavy. You know what I mean? Like real heavy about it. She was like, "Man, y'all gonna have a great ass show if y'all gonna do this." That's what I'm saying. We're not scared to talk about things, to delve into things. We're not scared to expose. We're not scared to do anything. But when it's over, it's over. When things fall apart, you got to recognize that shit and recognize the shift and get out. Because if you stick around, it might not be beneficial for you in that situation.
You know what? The problem is that we be trying to think that we're going to be able to save somebody. We're going to be able to fix the problem.
Yep.
But sometimes you can keep going and bumping your head, and you're not able to fix the problem as it is. You know what I'm saying? A person is who they is. And they're going to show you out the gate, but we're just thinking like, hey, I'm going to fix this problem. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes we're not able to fix the problem. And no matter what it may be, even in life, you know, you have parents who be like, I'm gonna fix this. No, you can't fix it. It is what it is. Even we can go back to the Dwayne Wade situation. Like, everybody was like, well, you don't know. Well, he knows that his son is gay. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop trying to fix everything. Man. And, you know, sometimes we got to sit back and process things. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to hammer things in. We got to screw it in sometimes and take our time and understand what it is.
Yep. Right. And like, y'all my brothers, I love y'all. But what Tuck go through and what Swagg-O go through, it don't affect me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it affect me because I love them, but it don't affect me every day. Yeah. And I'm sitting here thinking about the shit they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like Tuck said, what everybody's talking about D-Wade and his daughter now, like, man, shit, if a parent knows, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, ain't no sense of hiding behind the shit. Ain't no sense of locking motherfuckers in the closet in the basement and not going nowhere and all that shit. Right. I didn't watch the whole retirement ceremony, but I was kind of salty because I didn't see her last night. Yeah. I don't know if she was there. And I would hate for her not to be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would hate for her to not to be there because she didn't want to ruin the moment for her dad because motherfucker would have been more worried about her than him. And I would hate. Can you imagine a parent, your 12-year-old saying, "Dog, I ain't coming because I don't want motherfuckers to be questioning you, daddy, and it's your night." And a motherfucker hugging and crying at the crib and be like, "I understand what you doing,
Right.
and I might not be able to protect you." And like, "Daddy, it's cool. You don't protect me." Can you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Can't nobody tell me shit about D Wade, man. That's that right there. He's a parent. He's a man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever the hell you want to, and I seen all these other superstar niggas talking crazy. Like, it is what it is. You have the right to say what you want to. It's freedom of speech. And you have the right to talk about other people's kids. If that's what you feel like doing, it is what it is. But you got to understand it's going to be blowback and get back with it.
That's it.
All right, y'all. King shit, what's the best shit y'all done seen? You know what? I can't wait to Ramadan this year. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing for 30 days.
Oh, that's valid.
Hope I make 30 minutes.
We're going to see how that go, boss.
Whew, best shit I seen. Man, I can't say. Come back to me on that one.
All right.
Think about that one.
Well, for me, it definitely have to start with my kiddos. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I had a chance to celebrate with my son. He turned 6, and that's definitely a proud daddy moment. And we definitely turned up, and for me to be able to be there and see this, and like, wow, like I got a 6-year-old, and it's real life. Like, the time going, and from watching Big Homie and watching how Bella and all the bros grew up, it's like, man, time goes by fast. Like, man, so it's like, whew. Like, that's when you 6, then they 12, then 18, and it's just like, oh man. Now I'm like 55, like, oof. You know what I mean? Like, dang. We were just on the podcast talking about this. You know what I mean? So, but to be able to see that, and to be able to provide as a real father, and to see him with so much joy, and and to see all the love that he got shown and stuff like that, that was definitely my king shit.
No doubt.
I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say this the best shit that happened to me. That shit that happened to me was, they took me out that badass classroom in fucking Racine and put me in the hallway where I do what I do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the best shit that happened to me.
What, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a promotion?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been there a month already, and they said,
"Hey,
hey,
getting promotions."
So they know, when you know what you do, and you do good stuff, man, it's best for you to do what you do outside of your outside of what you know. So yeah.
My shit is, my son moved out, so it's me and baby girl. She has the whole upper floor, like she got 3 rooms. She has a closet, a walk-in. One of the rooms is a closet with clothes. The other room is the foosball table, air hockey table room, soccer room, and the other room is her bedroom. So that's a blessing. But he needed stuff, so we got him a TV stand. Right, bought him a TV stand for the TV. When you gonna put the TV stand together? You know what I mean? So my son tried to get it together.
Hey, remember we did one?
Yeah, my son put it together. So it was cool. You know what I mean? My oldest, he put it together. He tried to. So then I went over there Friday, and we got to start getting it together. So when it's time to turn it over, like I put the legs on, the shelves, it's open concept, all this shit. The motherfucker, the 2 main parts on the side was backwards. You know what I mean? The unfinished edges was in the front. I'm like, oh shit. But I done put all, I said, I'm done. You know what I mean? Because, they just moving out. My son and his homegirl, they just moving out. So they ain't got the toolkit. Like, I ain't bringing my shit with the torque in it and all this shit where I can do all. Yeah. No, so it was hard as hell trying to, my back was killing me, man. But, that was good. But, we got it together Sunday morning. Shout out to my son. Now, the All-Star game was the best thing I saw. That 4th quarter took me to the park. Took me to the park real quick. Remember all them days in the gym? Like, man, Swagg-O know we be at the gym. We might be 12.
Man.
It might be 12 something. We going to 15. We done came back to win plenty of games. It might be 12-0, 12-2. Like, it take you to the park. You got a ball. You got a ball, fam.
With them legs, like, man.
I love the scoring system, the Elam scoring system. I love the tribute to Kobe with the 24 extra points. I would love what they do these in-game season tournament now, the new shit they want to do. I would love if they end it like that. But one thing they got to fix is you can't shoot a free throw to win a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless it's an and one.
Yeah.
You got to take the ball sideline out of bounds. They're going to be like, but I got fouled. In the real game, I was shooting. On the real game at the park, you ain't shooting. You taking that bitch back out.
Yep.
And you got to come on with it. So I just enjoyed it, man. It made it very, he cocked that bitch. He made it, very, very cool, man. Very retro for me because I'm old and can't hoop no more. So and Deontay Wilder's entrance last night. Oh my God, that shit was cold in the mother. That was one of the best entrances I ever seen. He had D Smoke was just rapping. Then Deontay Wilder came out looking like a motherfucking transformer.
Damn. Yeah, I seen that shit. And the worst shit I seen was probably him getting licked on, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Hey, go back to best shit I heard is we getting ready to get this shit back cracking LAD.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's the best shit I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Satchel, shout out to Sharika.
Yep.
We gonna get it back cracking.
Woo.
Yeah, my legs got cut off. Now I'm back standing. You feel me? I'm back. I'm back now. I'm ready. That was a hit. That was a hit for the network. I had to recover. Plus, there was other shit going on. But yeah, now I'm back. Now we back, baby.
But everything work out how it's supposed to.
Yeah, you
For
right.
sure, for sure.
whether
Everything
universe,
work out
good
how
or
it's
bad,
supposed
it works out how it's
No
supposed
doubt.
to.
All right, y'all, let's get it. Topic of the week: domestic violence and how not to partake. Yeah, I mean, domestic violence is two ways.
For sure.
You can say the victim or the victimizer. Some in the clinical world they say victim and predator. I just don't like the word predator.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like the word predator, but we touched on it before a couple times about how some women like to get hit and all that shit. But just how about this? The base for me. What you believe is what you receive, right? So if you good with a motherfucker putting their hands on you and you cool with that and think that's normal for you, you probably seen that growing up. You probably think that's love or whatever. At the same time, if you cool with putting your hands on somebody and thinking it's cool, male or female, we ain't talking about men hitting women or verbally, physically, sexually abusing women. We talking about women doing it too. And we talking about women on women as well because being a coach, I seen a lot of that shit in high school with the girls.
For sure.
Man, that shit is
Sure.
the domestic violence is more with the LGBTQ plus. You got to say all of them, before you get fined somewhere and shit. Like LGBTQ plus, you can't mix them up, even though they gave us too many categories. But
The alphabet.
So
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna start it out with like to even think about it. I go back to my boy's sister, Spencer Ross' sister. You know, I was working with her at one point, and her girl used to come to our job or whatever, and I had met her. You know, my first time I met her, I ain't never really knew who she was until everybody was like, "You don't know her? She went to Kansas State, she went to Washington, and all this stuff." Like blase. So, but one day I seen Roz come to work. She had a black eye. I'm like, damn, what the hell happened with you? She's like, me and my chick got into it. And I was like, I never really paid attention to how women and women really got into it like that. You know, it was never really a big thing to me. So, you know, to see that was like shocking. So then, you know, to find out, you know, 2 weeks later now she dead because she was cheating and, you know what I'm saying, and she, you know, she caught her and she shot her. You know, that was shocking to me. You know, I've dealt with the domestic violence point of thing because of my mom and her old husband and seeing that, you know. But I think what happens is that, you know, a lot of people stay with it because it's comfortability. You know, they comfortable, they know this person know them, this person know their weaknesses, and they scared to walk away from comfortability. So when you're scared to walk away from comfortability, you stay with verbal abuse first. You know, the verbal abuse always hits first, and then here comes the physical, because now you're accepting it. You accepted the verbal, so now this person feels like they have control where they can. Now I can put my hands on you.
yes, sir.
And once you start to allow those things start to grow.
Yes, sir.
So I might slap you once. Bam, now I can slap you. So it goes on from slapping to push. I mean, it goes from probably pushing to slapping to hitting you like you a man. You know, and vice versa for women. You know, women do the same thing. But you know, it's a lot of it deals with comfortability. You know, you're comfortable in the situation, so you stand in the situation, and you don't see no way out, or you don't see yourself being with nobody else, or you don't see nobody else tolerating the certain things that this person is tolerating with you.
Or thank you for sharing that shit.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, bro. Swagg-O, you finna say something?
Yeah, man. Like domestic violence, like first people try to take your confidence away, and that's what we do on this show. We try to, really, build your confidence up. So thank everybody for watching. Just like Big Homie said, this is a very, touchy subject. I didn't been around domestic violence, been in domestic violence. My mom used to get beat by the boyfriends that she used to choose, because unfortunately when she was younger, she liked it, a certain type of guy. You know what I mean? And and they didn't really know no better. I don't know how they was raised, but they didn't really know no better. They only know what they see. Growing up at the end of the day, like some people never left the hood. You know what I mean? Some people ain't never left Milwaukee. Ever, like they just know just Milwaukee. They ain't never seen no other country, no state, no nothing. So with all that being said, there's a lot of things we have to keep in mind when it's all said and done. But it goes back to what I keep on preaching. Mental health is very, 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 very important. People can say anything to you, but yeah, your verbal abuse can hurt you, but you got to realize it's only a word. If you really just sit down and just think about it,
the verbal shit, absolutely.
It's only just words. If they call you a bitch, okay, it's really only a word. Things can only hurt you if you let you allow it to hurt you when it's all said and done. But it takes a lot of going through and overcoming to really understand that, even though it sounds so simple, but it really ain't. Because like I said, I've been a victim of it. I got abused when I was younger, and hit on as well. Couldn't really do nothing. Couldn't protect my mom or anything like that. But I didn't use that as no excuse.
To start doing it to another.
Yeah, to another chick. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I used that to become better. And I would never know. No, and I don't even use the word never in my vocabulary. You know what I mean? But in this situation, I will, because I'm trying to explain an example. But I don't use never. But in this situation, I am. So I pretty much never wanted to be like the people that did me wrong, did my mom wrong. I always wanted to be better than them. You know what I mean? Because I knew it was going to be a better outcome overall for me. So sometimes you just got to just make a choice. Whether you feel you down or this person hitting on you, this and that, speak up about it. You know what I mean? Talk about it. Tell somebody about it. Don't hold it in. Let it out. You know what I mean? And that's when it really helped you. And because it helped me, really communicate more, because I was kind of bad, years ago in communicating. I was just all to myself, selfish and everything. I ain't gonna lie to none of y'all. But, I had to learn and go through certain things. So, man, let people know, you know what I mean? Tell people around you, you getting hit on. You ain't got to deal with that. Like, me personally, on the show, I done told the bros that I had a few chicks that wanted me to beat on them. You know what I mean? To show that I love them and argue with them. Like, no, that's a lot of wasted energy. That's not what I stand for. Like, you shouldn't stand for it either, but can't control what other people say, do, or think. That's the motto that I go by.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, hopefully y'all, watch this, and hopefully y'all use, some of this knowledge that we trying to drop to y'all to, help y'all get right, because y'all ain't got to deal with none of this, men or women, at the end of the day.
Word, I ain't laughing at what Swagg-O talking about America's Funniest Home Videos on over there, man. That shit was funny as hell. So, my fault, y'all. My fault, man.
And I say,
man, I got on whatever we can't. I ain't gonna light up the book.
I say this that trauma is real.
Absolutely.
Trauma changes a whole lot of things too. If you've been through some things, you're suspect to keep going with those things.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's a cycle that you want to, and the cycle continues on. So sometimes, and what happens is, if I'd have seen this, and I think it's the norm. So if you think this is the norm, you're gonna continue with the norm, what you know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you hear a lot of people like, I ain't never leaving the hood. Well, some women are like, I ain't never leaving this dude, or some guy might say, I ain't never leaving this woman. This is the woman I'm supposed to be with
forever.
Even though she was like, man, he's a broke ass nigga.
Broke ass.
Or you might hear a dude say, this is a bitch ass woman. Ain't no telling. But sometimes we stick to the norm. This is the cycle. It's a repeated cycle.
Word.
What we choose to deal with.
Or we talking about domestic violence and how to not partake in it. You know, most people say, and most people say leave, right? You know what I'm saying? Just leave the house. Leave. Sometimes, motherfucker, you in the car. Like, motherfucker, like, what you gonna do? Like, you kind of got to get out that car. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But how dangerous is that? Like, it ain't it ain't that easy to leave in certain situations. The legal way, we seen the errors in the legal way, how it ain't protecting mostly the women. When it comes to a motherfucker done got restraining order, tried to get restraining orders, and that shit don't work. Shit, I try to get restraining order, motherfucker, just because I fear for my life. Just because shit, I ain't, you know, shit, motherfuckers can lie on you. You know what I mean? All you got to do right now, y'all at my house, y'all can go to police, say, Donald Nelson verbally assaulted me and said he's going to whoop my ass and kill me at his house. I'm going to jail.
Hey, it happened to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happened to me.
For sure. What I'm saying, though, it don't matter. Go in the other room and shit. Like, now we're talking about how to not partake in it, right? Now, I appreciate both of y'all for sharing. How not to partake in it. Shit, we got to have strategies to try to see what, maybe we say something that might save somebody later on tonight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's going in the other room, like, I'm not going to engage in you. I'm just going to go and lay in the other room, right? Now, the pussy with motherfucker, no, you ain't. You going to lay with me tonight. You know what I mean? Type shit. No, let her go in the other room or let him go in the other room.
Yeah.
He ain't feeling the situation right now. I really believe when it comes to domestic violence that self-esteem is key.
Yep.
Meaning,
For sure.
From a victim perspective, I'm too good to be a motherfucking victim. I'm too good to let a motherfucker hit on me, call me all out of my name, do all types of dirty shit to me, or just come in and I'm taking a dick tonight. You know what I mean? Sexually, you know what I'm saying? That's domestic violence. You can't just do that. I got to say, your husband and wife got to consent, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it real. I'm too good to be a victim, and I'm too good to be a victimizer. I ain't got to call no woman out of her name. You ain't going to be no punk ass bitch. I'll do this to you. I ain't got to do that. I ain't got to be grabbing you. I ain't got to be slapping you. I'm too good. How would I look? First of all, making you think you made me that mad. Now I'm going to cuss you out, poke you in your head 80 motherfucking times, grab you, fire you in your shit, choke the hell out of you, and all that shit. Now, on the other side of the game, when it comes down to defending yourself, right? Now, motherfucker, everybody done had a woman come at them on some crazy shit. I done had the knife.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I done had the knife when I had the pistol on me. Like, I really could pop you, but I ain't gonna pop you.
Yeah.
Because you got the knife coming at me crazy. Now I was younger then. Thank God I didn't pop her. But I done had you just walking up to her, but she got a history of being hit. And she done swung on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, fam, what the fuck is it? Man, I didn't know what you was going to do. Motherfucker, I definitely wasn't going to hit you. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting closer to talk to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't finna grab you up and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, you know.
It's scary, you know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we all been through the situation. And for me, it took me a while to really understand, like, damn, am I lusting for this person? Because I'm staying with this person for this long haul and I'm dealing with all this bullshit with her. And we deal with so much with a person, and we like, damn. And shit, at one point, when we dealing with this shit at any given point, guess what we can do? We can fucking snap. We can snap and be that person that loses it and end up putting our hands on this person.
Yeah.
And luckily, you know, I never got to that point where I snapped like, oh, fuck, I'm finna lose it. You know what I'm saying? I look at it and I think about it. And I heard about the dude on Valentine's Day who lit this girl on fire.
Oh, my God. That was so hard, fam. Like, that
lit
was.
this girl on fire. And, you know what I'm saying? She was just trying to go to sleep.
Man, she was asleep, fam.
So when you was like go in the other room, like sometimes you can't even go in the other room.
You can't even go in the other room.
Sometimes
you're
you
right
gotta,
about that
sometimes
shit.
you just gotta
man.
You gotta lead. You gotta tell your family what's going on. And sometimes people are so afraid to tell their family what's going on because we don't want people to know what's going on in our lives.
Yeah, because the motherfucker done told us to leave. Like,
Yeah.
I know with domestic violence, I done told motherfuckers, you got battered women's or battered abuse, send them. You ain't leaving until you ready to leave. Me telling you shit, that shit ain't gonna work. It is what it is. But with that situation, Swagg-O, the reports was saying that, you know what I'm saying, she was like spending money. Dog was mad. Like, it's time to pay our taxes type shit. Like, you spending money, we gotta pay taxes with me. Look, y'all was making some cheese if you paying taxes, right? So whatever, he got mad when she was sleeping straight. You know what I'm saying, set her on fire. She ran out the crib, had to douse herself out in the snow and they had 4 kids in the house, and he let them go, and then he locked the door, like type shit, and like ran away type shit. And like the next day, he got out of jail, like he shot himself in the arm and like in the head, and grazed himself and shit. That shit all on the video, fam. Like, but that's mental health, like, just like the young lady that lost her life with her 2 daughters, like. Her family said she been getting beat on. Well, why you know what I'm saying? And I know y'all might have tried to help her. Yeah. You know what I mean? But damn, she, you know what I mean? That's too much. That's too much. So, motherfuckers that got a history of being a victim, right? Yeah. If you got a history of being a victim, motherfucker, you need to look at you.
Yep.
And motherfucker got a history of being a victimizer, nigga. If you hitting everybody, so, you know what I'm saying? If you cussing out bitch bump, bitch bump, bitch bump, bitch bump, bitch bump, bitch bump. If that's what you do, that's your MO, you got a motherfucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You need to seek somebody to talk to about that aggression, buddy.
And sometimes, you know, you tell a person something, but you know, at that point, they really ain't trying to hear it.
Nah,
man. You know, sometimes you got to ease out too, though. You can't just go. Cause I had one abusive chick, like she always hit me, like, why you just hit me all the time? Like, you got to ease out. You can't just try to just like we were mentioning, like, the chick got burnt. Sometimes you just got to ease out. You can't just walk all the way out and just leave and just go. Or you got to ease your way. You got to come up with a plan. You got to put this thing together because it all starts in your head at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
You come up with a plan and you ease out, man, you might live to see another day. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yes,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, you just got to communicate, you know, with your people, man.
But sometimes you got to know when it's time to go, too.
Got to know when it's
time to go. Definitely do.
Like because we talked about earlier, Tuck. You got to know. You got to know.
Your life is on the line. You know what I'm saying? When you playing with, you can't allow another person to play with your life.
Nope. When it comes to domestic violence, I really wish they had a Sojourner Truth house for men, right? Like for fathers like me and Swagg-O, we single fathers. We got the Lord with us taking care of our kids, but we're single fathers. That if we get in a situation, where do the single fathers go? Now, I may be wrong. Somebody hit us on Twitter, hit us on Facebook. Like, where do fathers go that got the kids that need shelter, like down the Sojourner Truth, where they going to make sure they straight? Like, if you getting beat on, there's a place where women can go, and you straight, you done with that shit. You ain't got to deal with that shit no more.
Nope.
I worked with a woman, and she said, man, they send women all across Wisconsin to make sure they good. You know, it's bananas how many places in Wisconsin they got for women. Like, they'll duck them off in a little hick town, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure they good. But the problem is that the women reach out. Women reach back out.
Perfect segue, Tuck. Perfect segue, Tuck. They reach back out. So I told my homegirl who's working on her psychology master's and shit. So we were talking, and she was like, you know, most motherfuckers from her experiences and talking and being a woman herself, meeting someone that can protect them can get women out, right? Getting the victims out. Because somebody that can protect them to make them stand up to the motherfucker. I ain't got motherfucker, you ain't gonna hit him or her. Motherfucker, because I'm with them now, they can protect me type shit. Another thing is theoretically, she was saying a person's validity to question about themselves. So meaning, motherfucker, am I valid, nigga? Am I 100 myself? Am I good? Am I good? Because if I'm good, I shouldn't be going through this shit. Or I shouldn't be doing this shit. I shouldn't be. Something must be wrong with me. You know what I mean? If I'm going through this shit, well, I'm doing this to another human being, yo.
No, but it goes back to what you said. You know, people not really looking at themselves in the mirror. And, you know, really, you know, having that conversation with yourself. Like, what am I doing wrong or what I ain't doing right? You know, either or. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're not doing that, and that's something you should do because you see yourself in the mirror every day. I don't care who you is. It's a mirror somewhere by. You're going to see yourself. You're going to see a reflection of yourself. You can try to run and hide, but at some given point, you're going to see that reflection. And what you going to see when you see your reflection? Well, what you going to do better when you see your reflection?
At some point, you got to use the logo I used to use when I was at MSL. You got to love you some you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that we stop loving ourselves and give this other person control of loving us.
Right.
You know, you got to love you some you at first. You know, it go back to what you said about the self-esteem part. You know, even when I talk to women, I'll be like, hey, they be like, hey, what do you look for? I said, I'm looking for a woman with high self-esteem. I can't deal with a woman with low self-esteem because a woman with low self-esteem is gonna allow that to happen.
Yeah, make sure y'all praying. Prayer changes perception, and what you believe is what you receive. Tuck. We was talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's the last thing she had hit me with. You know, at a basic need. Everybody need air, water, food and shit. What else, Tuck? What's coming up after that shit?
Self-accusation, esteem, love and belonging, safety needs, psychological needs.
Yes. So psychological needs is at the top of the pyramid, right?
Nope.
That's the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. So safety, all that shit is coming down, but at the top, once you get to that shit, we missing steps. People are skipping that psychological need. And is that the bottom or the second to bottom, Tuck?
Psychological needs is the bottom.
Is the bottom. And that's where motherfuckers will be able to go up, because if your safety needs ain't met, your psychological needs ain't gonna be met. But yeah, because it go from the bottom. It go from the bottom up.
Okay.
That's where it go from the bottom up. So we're talking about psychological: air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, safety, personal security, employment, resources, health, property, love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection, esteem, respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, freedom, self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. So going from the physiological needs, physiological safety, love and belonging, esteem, self-actualization. That love and belonging shit is where niggas is getting caught up because they live here and fuck the esteem. I got a motherfucker loving me. I got a motherfucker doing this and that. I don't care, but they can do this to me because all I want is the love part. I don't give a fuck about the esteem shit. And then the esteem gonna take you to the self-actualization, know who the fuck you are.
We got into the point where we built this together.
Yes.
And we got kids together, so I gotta stay.
No, you know.
I gotta make sure this work out.
But
I don't want to see my kid grow up in a single family home. I want this kid to know what it feels like to grow up in a 2-parent home.
Nope.
But sometimes, at some point, your kid gonna think later on in life, this is okay to happen to her now.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Or
Is a punk motherfucker most of the time?
For sure.
So why motherfuckers be getting favored as a punk motherfucker? Like i.e. like say for instance, if a motherfucker ain't around, right, but only come around when it's sunny outside, it's a punk motherfucker to me, fam. You know what I'm saying? So when you gonna put a plug and say, motherfucker, you can't come around me when it's sunny, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't coming around. But motherfuckers be wanting that love and shit need, right? And it's either for them or their kids or their family, and they're dead settled for that shit, thinking that shit important. Motherfucker, that's one day. What about the other day? You know what I'm saying? What about 2 days ago when I needed a motherfucking man? Come on now. Where was you at, cuz?
Shit.
Yo, so brothers, man, look, appreciate y'all. We shared tonight. You know what I mean? We got the realest podcast in existence right now. I still say that shit. There's just money behind it. That is what it is. But what you believe is what you receive, y'all. Let's go. Let's move on. Man the fuck up, man. Man the fuck up so we can get up out of here.
Man, I'm calling out Milwaukee Public Schools Recreation. I went. Listen, for real, man.
Yeah.
I went to so we all go as coaches. We went to go. We was like, hey, there's nobody that's doing what we used to do at Riverside who went to go check out the young recruits. You know what I'm saying? Check out the kids.
Nobody's doing
Nobody's doing that at the high school level, especially on the boys level. So we went out.
Hey, you, huh?
No, just on the high school strength. You know what I'm saying? We went out and we checked.
But what I'm saying is they ain't going to check out Tuck because everything is AAU.
Yeah, probably AAU. So we went out and checked out Roosevelt. Shout out to my old home. Y'all know what we used to do over there, win championships. We went out and checked out there, man. And shout out to those young boys, man. They got a lot of talent over there, but the refereeing was bad. The facilities are bad, especially in Milwaukee Public Schools. Yeah. And when I look at that in the WYB, I'll be like, damn, really? But I want to really call out the referees on this shit. Y'all got to referee the correct way. That's why our kids be so lost when they get to high school. Don't cheat our kids like that. Teach them the correct way. And a lot of people be like, well, I don't know if y'all know who Jubilee and what's the name is, Jubilee and my other boy who referee. At least they still teach the kids the correct way of what's going on. Why? This is why I called this call. This is why this is happening. Teach the kids the correct way, man. I don't sabotage our kids to fail. Yeah.
Yeah, stop parents and coaches, stop bitching and whining. Let the kids learn from the referees too, man. Like, y'all got to relax with that shit.
That's why we shortage in referees too.
I was going to be one, but I said, man, fuck that. Nigga, you ain't talking crazy to me. Dog getting removed. So now I got to worry about how I'm going to make this phone call to make sure the cats is on the inside And what y'all don't understand, when y'all pop off at cats and cats that been popping off, right? To my homies, and they go through shit, because I still tied in with the homies. And they be like, dog, they pop off to me. The two they may see inside, that they see me shaking up with, they ain't worried about the motherfuckers that been there before any of this shit popped off just right across the street. They're just sitting in the car. You know what I mean? They don't know about that. So y'all got to be careful who y'all talking crazy to as well.
Sure.
So
Facts.
parents, do the hard shit. Do the hard shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do the hard shit.